We recommend using EverWeb version 4.1 or higher, for macOS or Windows, to use the features described in this video. You can still use this video if you are using an older version of EverWeb, but some of the features shown may not be available to you. In the previous video, we looked at using EverWeb's image gallery widget as an easy, effective way to display your photos in a variety of different ways. In this video, we are going to take a look at more ways of displaying your images, this time using EverWeb's responsive image gallery widget. We recommend using the responsive image gallery widget only in responsive pages in your site. First, add a responsive page to your EverWeb project file, if you have not done so already. You can use the Add Page button in the toolbar to do this. After drag and dropping the responsive image gallery widget onto the page, you can add your photos or images into the gallery. Add images to the widget by clicking on the Choose button, then selecting an image you want to include from the assets list. Alternatively, drag and drop images from your computer onto the image gallery or into the image gallery's assets list. You can even import images listed in a CSV file using the Import CSV file option from the Settings cog. If you want to rearrange the images in the gallery, drag and drop the image files up and down the assets list to where you want them positioned. To delete an image from the gallery, select it in the assets list, then hit the Delete key. When you delete images in this way, you are only removing them from the assets list in the widget, not from your website project. You can re-add deleted images to the widget at any time. To delete multiple images that are listed one after the other, select the first image in the list, hold down the Shift key, then select the last image. All images from the first to the last will be selected. Use the Delete key to remove the selected images from the list. If the images you want to delete are not in a continuous list, hold down the Command key on a Mac whilst selecting each image. If you are using Windows, hold down the Control key whilst selecting your images. There are a number of different settings that can be applied to your images. If you want to add a caption to an image, first select the image in the assets list, then fill in the caption field. The caption will display when using the slideshow feature. Adding alt text to your images will benefit those who may be vision impaired, or in instances where your browser cannot display the image. If this happens, the alt text will be displayed instead. Furthermore, adding alt text may also benefit your SEO. Remember that when adding alt text, it should only be used to describe the image itself. Set a maximum display width for the image within the widget by setting the maximum width field. Use the optimized thumbnail option to set a thumbnail image that the visitor has to click on to be able to see the underlying image. Select the image you want to use by clicking on the Choose button. At the top of the widget are the max content width field and the gallery settings, which let you set the overall style of the image gallery. You can set the maximum width of the image gallery itself using the max content width setting. This is a useful setting, as it makes sure that the image gallery does not appear too stretched out on wide displays. For example, you could limit the gallery maximum width to 800 pixels. If you leave the value at 0, EverWeb will automatically adjust the gallery width on all device types. Use the gallery padding option to set an even left and right margin for the gallery on the page. The image spacing option sets the distance between each image in a row. The style option is where you set the gallery style. You can choose from Contain, Cover, Fill, Masonry, Scale Down, and Actual Size. All styles, except Masonry, allow you to set the number of columns and the minimum width of the images in the gallery. Use the Max Columns drop-down to set the maximum number of columns that can be displayed. This can be set to between 2 and 5 columns. Use the minimum width setting to set the minimum width of all of the images displayed in the gallery. You can use an image's maximum width setting to override the gallery's minimum width setting. For example, you may have the minimum width set to 400 for your gallery's images, but you may want to display one particular image with a maximum width of 200 instead. At the bottom of the widget settings are the slideshow appearance settings. Note that the slideshow settings differ from those in EverWeb's regular image gallery widget. You can choose to let your visitor start the slideshow by clicking on an image. To set this, check the Click to Open Slideshow option. Check Autoplay Slideshow if you want the slideshow to automatically run when opened. The slideshow speed can be set using the slider or by entering a value in the slideshow speed box. You can choose one of 6 different animations when transitioning from one slide to the next. Use the Transition drop-down menu to choose one of the following options: Fade, Rotate, Skew, Slide, Slide Circular, and Zoom in. You can also set the speed of the animation by entering the value in milliseconds in the animation speed checkbox or by using the slider. The slideshow can also be customized to show or hide navigation arrows, thumbnails, and the image counter by toggling the appropriate options. You also have options for your visitor to be able to download the current image or to share the image on Facebook, Pinterest, or X, formerly Twitter. Furthermore, the slideshow has built-in options to pause the slideshow, make the slideshow full screen, to zoom the image, or to close the slideshow.